Welcome back to the Virgo channel. My name is Laura. If you're new to my channel, I'm going to do a general message for Virgo. Know that energy is fluid, roles could be reversed. Interpret the message as it best resonates. Also, know on this channel, I like to dive deep within the reading, so we do look at everything, but we take more time to look at the spiritual blocks, the shadows, see how they play out as karmic themes to help you understand why your person is acting the way that they are, why they acted the way that they did, because it allows you to heal being connected to a karmic, which any soul connection is going to be karmic because karma just means learn. We associate it with bad. So those past life karmic mates definitely come in with a lot harsher consequences if you don't learn the spiritual lesson. So understanding again how you contribute to the karma is really essential in breaking karmic cycles. So again, we don't want to just know what this person's going to do because a lot of times what they do is not going to make any sense, especially if you're dealing with someone that's imbalanced. You're going to see a person that wears a mask, creates a persona, is going to omit things from their conversation, leave things out. Again, strategize. And they're gonna, not be transparent. So you don't really know who you're dealing with, but you do know that the person has trauma. And hurt people. And so we know that if we don't heal the effects of trauma, what will eventually happen is you're going to see people in general not want to be in relationships anymore. That won't mean that they don't want to have a physical connection, but as far as like a real like connection where you're vulnerable and you create. And it's because we're not healing. We're going into relationship after relationship after relationship with the same karma and acquiring even more karma from not healing the previous karma. And that's why that creates separation, that creates disassociation, because again, you've already embodied that consciousness of it not working out. You've already embodied that trauma. You know what that feels like. How do you manifest through the thoughts that you think, the emotions that you have? So we have to get back to the energy of unconditional love. That is your God-given natural energy. The energy that you're born with is just unconditional love. You don't have any prejudice about anything, preconceived notions about how things should be, including yourself. So you're in a place of surrender. You're in a place of like again, not knowing. And when you're in a place of not knowing, you're not focused on all the things that are not working. It's the fact that we create judgment over what we feel and the situations that have happened, which is why learning that there's many different realities that play out at one time and your level of consciousness, that you can actually change your core beliefs to change your level of consciousness. It will allow you to transcend the limitations of your your mind and those experiences that you have gone through, that you do know what they feel like. It's a way that you can change the energy, shape shift the energy. And that's important because you don't want to recreate like cycles that keep you in a place of disempowerment, cut you off from, again, feeling loved, feeling like you can have abundance, right? Otherwise, then it's like, what's the point? Life is about being able to experience the joys and not just pain and misery, right? All right, so let's see. What is the word of the video? Never know why spirit starts me off with what spirit's going to start the reading off with, or if it ties into the reading at all. But it's always a little nugget of spiritual wisdom. All right, let's see. The word of the video is permissive. Permissive. Oh, someone's acting like they don't care. And I say that because I look down, I see apathy, and I'm like, ugh, that's because they're prideful. But we're going to pull another card and just see. And yeah, like I feel like almost like this person's acting like they don't care. They're acting like they don't care. They have a lot of pride, a lot of ego. So you're in separation from them. Again, where this word apathy and permissive are the same thing, acting like they don't care. And I feel like they've just gotten to a place of almost like they're intolerant of relationships. I want to say that they have major trust issues. They don't know what they want. It doesn't mean that they don't feel a connection. They do feel a connection, but it brings up so many like things, and feel like work, that this person thinks about relationship, they think of work. And I feel like they were tied to a karmic for a long time that just was abusive, just ran them into like almost the ground, like no matter what they gave, like it wasn't enough. And so, this person got to a place where they're like, I don't think I have it in me to actually be in another relationship, because again, they're visioning, that you are going to be exactly like that karmic, or God forbid that you are. So they tend to hold back. I feel like they do tend to be prideful because the person that at one time that they were connected to was a bully, was like a tyrant, someone that, didn't allow them to really be themselves. So I feel like it's just they've gotten to a place where they've been intolerant to, really being in a fair relationship, because it's like they just are like, I can't be in another bad relationship. I just cannot be in another bad relationship. Things have to go my way. It's like I can't have someone else come in and dominate me. I can't have someone else come in and control me. Now, that's not to say that that's who you are. I think that unfortunately this person hasn't healed, so they're actually looking for someone to do that. And they've gotten themselves obviously in a bunch of different codependent relationships before this connection, or this connection was like a karmic contract where it lasted a long time. I just feel like they're intolerant to like being open to like being in a relationship, and it's because again like there's because of the past person, like I said, that's really what I felt. It's like, and now what it is for you is that you're like, you don't give me what I need though. I feel like this person was so consumed with that connection, even when it was over, that they couldn't give you what you needed. And so obviously you asking for things, this person would get triggered because they never healed from that person that just would take from them, take from them, take from them, take from them. And it was almost like that karmic knew that, this person isn't not of strong character, that they were able to manipulate them, press their buttons, like, and really, like, I feel like because you would ask for certain things, this person had a temper. They took out on you what they really should have taken out on that karmic, it really, because even if they were out of the connection, which I don't know, for some, I feel like they were out in their mind, and for others, I feel like they had just gotten out. So they couldn't give you the emotional support. They couldn't give you what you were deserving of. And so, like, you got to a point where you're like, well, I had enough of your disrespect and your temper and you taking out your frustrations out on me. Like you want someone that's going to be there and nurture you through your hard time. But being that you're not showing up for me, and then when I ask you for whatever it is, you have a temper and you disrespect me, almost like because of what you went through. Like I'm paying for what the previous person did to you. That's what you felt like, Virgo, and you're like, I'm not gonna like tolerate that's going to be your excuse, because then you don't need to be with me again, where this person needs constant attention, otherwise they get irritated and jealous that the attention is not on them. And that's because that karmic didn't give love. That karmic beat them down every day and told them that you're a piece of crap, like you did this, you did that. And I feel like they were in a very toxic connection for a long time where they weren't in an intimate connection, but they like lived like they kind of lived together, and even though they weren't sleeping together, they lived two totally different lives, and that was okay for a certain amount of time until, this karmic is so tapped in to your person that they knew they knew that they have feelings for someone else. If you're not ever gonna try and sleep with me anymore or talk to me, and this karmic kept trying to, like you said, like manipulate, where really it's like I feel like your person is just ready to leave that connection. And where this karmic's like, no, you wouldn't be leaving if unless it was someone else. So your person actually didn't want to come into your life that as much because of that. Also, it's like because they know whoever they're going to bring in is going to create a lot of drama. That it's going to create a lot of drama for like that person, where this person that has a hard time letting go of the past and the fears that are associated with it. So they manifest in chaos in the relationships. And so I feel like as long as this person is connected to that person and they're obviously not capable of being in a relationship, but you have to say, why did you attract this person into your life? It's again, they wanted to be in a connection. I feel like it's just it's still not over what had happened in the past, but you still attracted somebody that emotionally couldn't give to you. So we need to see that there's the spiritual significance there is what I'm trying to get at. Is that even though what we see is a person that, is connected to somebody else, and that past lover doesn't really want to let them go. I feel like, they're ready to let them go, let that person go. But the past karmic had a hard time letting them go. And so, made them pay for it. You don't love me, you want to leave, you want to give to somebody else, you more like after everything I've done for you, again, like you're gonna pay for it. So it's like I feel like your person felt guilty, allowed like that karmic to make them feel guilty and to keep them in a space of, feeling unworthy, being beaten down, being made to like overgive to the point that they were like sacrificing themselves, were like the savior to that karmic. Well, in spite that they were ignoring you. But it's like this person's like, couldn't even get into a connection. It didn't mean I didn't have like a attraction, but just the thought of even being in another, like I almost feel like an allergy, like a food intolerance. Well, like it's like that's what I feel like this person was like, I just can't because of what they were just put through with that past lover. So it wasn't even like, you saw it as, oh, like you're displaying, like it's like, look how you dote on this person, where it's like this person's afraid of that past lover that they had. Because again, there's a part of them that knows that they weren't really faithful, that they weren't really true, they didn't really want to be there. All the things that the karmic is like throwing in their face, but the karmic knew that the entire time. We always know when we're with somebody, but we're not, their mind's not with us, that they're checked out. And this is what the karmic knows. This is what the karmic feels. That I may not know that who you are, but they definitely know my person is connected to somebody else. And that's what they feel. They feel like somebody is connected to someone else, where really, I don't feel like this person's connected 100% to anybody, to anyone. Like they have a hard time showing feeling or emotion at this point. I feel like their words have been used against them, their emotions have been used against them. They've been beaten down by this, karmic. So, whatever they say, whatever they do is not going to be good enough because the karmic's not happy. They're not satisfied. So, of course, they don't even realize that because they're treating your person like such crap, this is what's pushing this person to want to run back into your arms because they're like, I've put enough. Like it's like this person wants to control everything, wants to like take every ounce of blood from this person. And so it's like, of course, they're like, I can't. But they're not getting anything. They're just full of stress because I feel like the karmic gaslights them. So again, they do need attention from other people. It's like because they're not getting it from anywhere. So they are like, I can't be in a connection with you because I don't have 5 minutes to actually, think. What I feel like is that this karmic is continuously keeping like the person that's connected to you up in their head, worried, like manipulated, busy, just controlling every aspect of their life in hopes that they'll forget about whoever is they're attached to. Even though your person is not talking to you, you're not talking to them, that karmic knows somebody's there because they're like, by now you would have caved into me. By now, like you would have been there. And I also feel like they might have even mentioned you, maybe not mentioned your name, but mentioned like they didn't want to be in the connection, which was why that karmic turned up the heat a little bit more. Um, Almost like they were going to take your place, where like they can't shut it off, where the karmic is like actually looking at it like they're portraying them, where the karmic's like, well, you want to portray me by going with somebody else, but I'm going to make sure that whoever you're connected to is going to think that you betrayed them because I'm not going to let you go that easy. I'm not going to let you again. I'm going to create problems. And even when I'm gone, so if the connection has ended already, it's like when I'm gone, you won't have money. You won't have money. I will drag you back and forth to court a million times. I will do whatever it takes to just create hell within your life. So it's going to be really difficult for you to carry on a new relationship. I want to ruin you. I want you to like couch surf. I want you like that karma gets angry. They're evil, they're dark. And it's because they stayed in a connection where they didn't get love for a really long time and they tried to make it work. And the fact that your person would even have feelings for anyone else. But the thing is, this person, your person, they're not doing anything. I feel like they're stuck and scared. They're so stressed out because now what they see is they feel like the karmic is betraying them. Where I feel like at one time they trusted that karmic. Like I said, they might have lived together for a long time, even though it didn't work out, or they had some agreement, or they were friends. There was something again where the connection should have been over a long time ago, but I feel like that karmic tried to keep it alive. And the person that's connected to you did what's easiest, which is, like you're just here, but I'm not going to give you anything. So it was okay for them to live like this surface life. That's why. Like they had a whole other life going on. Again, like when I say lazy, it was just easier for them to like to not change everything. But in that, they knew that they couldn't really give you a relationship. They also could tell the type of person that you are. And again, I do think that you did put judgment on them and they got triggered over it. It's like who are you to tell me this person now is like paranoid because they see that that karmic is not playing and really they see that they sabotage this connection with you for pretty much nothing. It's like, yeah, they're not good with their emotions and they're acting like they didn't care, but they acted like they didn't care for that karmic, almost to be like, I need to do this. But the thing is, they have a past life connection with you. I feel like they have a past life connection with that karmic too. Um, And really they're living the spiritual connected to this karmic. They're in a place of lack. Like I said, the more that they gave, the more that this karmic wanted. It was like, I'm gonna hold you up. I'm gonna make it really difficult for you. And even if we're done, like I said, after they did all that, they made sure that they had nothing really to offer, nothing really to give. So anyone that's going to be in a connection with them is going to say, you weren't here for me. You wasted a lot of time in being lazy. Being lazy. It was easy for you to like try to repair that situation and just be lazy than it was for you to really give me. But they're like, I didn't try and repair anything. I just didn't do anything. And that's really what it is. They were too lazy to do anything and but thinking that they would hold on to their money, but that karmic is like, nope. It's like you think that you're going to feed off of me? I finally get what you're doing. You're sitting here and you're not going to give to me. You're going to hold back still. You're going to like play this game. Okay, well, I'm going to get rid of you. And they did get rid of them. You know, they did like boot them to the curb, but now your person's like, I don't really have enough to give because they stayed with that karmic. You know, that's why. It's again because they thought that they would be able to do whatever they wanted to do with that karmic because hey, that karmic dealt with it for a long time ago, you know. But you were like, mm-mm. They like finally like the karmic was like, I'm gonna get you to conform to what I want. And I'm going to get you to conform to what I want because of, again, like I like the way that what like it looks like our family looks. I like the money, keeping the money together. I like, again, well, everything exterior. So it's like a sham of a life, but it's not real. And then so that's why they did what they did for as long as they did it, but now they're just angry and bitter, that karmic. So of course they don't want it, the person that's connected to you to move on and be happy ever after. They're like, hell no. It's like that's not gonna happen. It's like they're stuck in a place of anger. Um, and normally, like your person doesn't care if people criticize them. It's like they kind of tune it out. They don't listen. So the only way that the karmic feels like they could get back at them, really get back at them, was to hit them where it would hurt the most, and that's their wallet, so that this person would again feel empty, feel like they have nothing and nobody. Again, like where, it destroys their life. And when meanwhile, the whole time they had you waiting again and dealing with that where now you don't really even want to hear it. You're like, I don't to keep you in a place of victimization, but you didn't like have to stay there and try and fix it. You were lazy. Again, this person I feel like was trying to make you jealous. Because again, the display for that person, they seem like they got along a lot better than they actually did. No, that was your person pacifying that karmic, where really for you, it's like you saw that and you never got anything, where this person said, well, yeah, I kind of want you to be jealous, so then this way you can come to me. So again, I don't have to really change the way that I go that I live. This person's stuck in their bad habits. This is the way that, they live. Codependency is that. I feel like that karmic let them live from a lower vibration for a long time. It's just that karmic was like, I feel like you're connected to someone else because they used to hook up every once in a while. That stopped. And then what happened is the karmic was like, wait a minute, like you're using me. So they were like, okay, I know you want that someone's there. I'm gonna put obstacle after obstacle after obstacle. And your person was like, I don't care. They stayed lazy because they knew that it would take work and they didn't really want to do work. But they also were like, well, someone's gonna react. And really, you didn't come to their rescue, to like help them out of this situation. So it's again, they're with that karmic right now, and that karmic, or they stayed with that karmic for so long that the residue of that person, they're still feeling the effects of that connection because they haven't healed it. And the thought of being in a real committed relationship with someone that's actually on your high vibration, they just don't think that they can do it because again, that's the karmic did whatever that they did. They messed this person up. And not saying that that person didn't deserve it. They did deserve it. However, it's like they're still affected by it to the point that I don't really see that them doing anything that to get out of it, until the karmic throws them out if they haven't moved out. And even when they move out, not until they heal. So, like I said, it's like it's difficult to see whether this person's still attached to the karmic or whether or not they just got out of that situation because they're still dealing with that situation. And that was the whole point that the karmic was like, oh, you're not going to be with me, but I'm going to make sure that you can't really be with anyone else either. And so, again, where this person like still has a lot of intense passion for you, but spirit saying like if they were to come in, they would again try and come in fast, be consuming, and like it would be over before it started. Um, and it says again, here it is consumed again, where now I feel like this person is consumed with the fact that no one's saving them. No one's fixing them. They're consumed with what happened with the karmic, that their life is ruined from all the chaos. And really, they have so much doubt about really ever being in a connection and doubt about themselves. And because again, that karmic was so controlling, and that the effects of that. So even if the relationship is over, this person's not ready to be in your life. It's like they're like the thought of it is like almost terrifies them. They need the time to like heal themselves. They need the time again to be able to get strong within themselves because people don't just wind up like getting controlled all the time. That the person that's connected to you gave up that power somewhere along the way. They allowed that to happen. So they've been living by that person's like wishes and demands for a long time. They don't even know who they are. They just know that the more that they gave, the more that this karmic wanted, and the karmic was coming from a place of bitterness and anger, and they didn't realize that at first. It's like, but karmic could feel like you're not with me. It's like, yeah, we never had a really great relationship. It's been over a long time, but every once in a while we would act like we were a family. Every once in a while we would, and that was enough. Well, not anymore. And so the karmic's like this thought of somebody else being there, well, makes this karmic so angry. So your person's like, I feel like again, is kind of protecting you because they're like, oh, if this karmic even knew like anything, they would have no problem like destroying your life in order to get back at them. That's the energy there that they're not dealing uh with stable energy at all. And unfortunately, they've been afraid of this person for a long time that they really should have left a long time ago. But they didn't. And this is why they acted the way that they acted towards you. Are they ever going to be able to do anything? Let's ask. Are they ever going to do anything? Are they ever going to do? I'm awakening. I know more than I'm letting on. So I feel like this person's again seeing everything for the way that it is, but for the first time. So again, I don't feel like that they're doing that much about it because it's not just um they're afraid of the karmic. to be honest with you. So they're like kind of being lazy, but they are awakening. And this is, I'm going through physical, emotional ascension symptoms. I need space to rest, but from a higher perspective, I'm releasing old energy. So they are in a place of healing where they're, because they're again being so controlled and they're just not happy about it. So from the outside, what it looks like is that this person is with this karmic and everything's fine, that they're acting like they're not affected by you at all, that they don't really care, that they're happy, but they're still like kind of stone faced, going about everything like everything's fine. That karmic that's connected to them, if they are still connected to them, is like I still feel like someone's there, and I feel like they felt that someone was there for a long time. They just thought that they were going to push that person out and everything would go back to the way that it was. What happened was the karmic then threw them out. If hadn't thrown them out, is about to throw them out, and for in some cases has already thrown them out. But the consequences of this person like kind of pretending like that everything was okay and staying like where they are but not giving the karmic anything and not giving you anything became like this person's worst karmic nightmare because then that karmic I feel like was like, oh, you're using me, okay. So of course the trauma has made this person awaken, like, wait a minute, like this is who this karmic is. This is what I did to myself. This is what got me into living, like to doing this to myself. Who you are. So this person, like, again, is all over the place, and their ego right now is really fragile, and like they wouldn't be able to come to you because, first of all, like right now, because first of all, it's like I just can't even think about entering into another connection like right now because of dealing with this, or I'm still dealing with it. And would not be able to deal with the rejection. I would not be able to deal with any criticism. I will not be able to. It's like I have to like hide behind my walls right now to protect myself because I have all of this that's going on. So I can't even think about this connection. I feel you pulling away and it triggers my fears that you'll leave me for good, though. I know that time's running out. I know that I should come to you. I know that I should. I know that I should. And I do long for your kisses and your touch. But this person was involved with someone else, and we project our patterns onto each other, and this makes it difficult to see what's real and what's fear-based thinking. So again, this person is still like the consequences from that karmic is still affecting this person. That's what this keeps saying over and over and over again. That's why this pattern that like you see the patterns here. This person does feel you, again, that spiritual connection, but they just can't right now. It's like, and it's not really saying anything right now, one way or the other, what this person's going to do. It's just saying right now they can't. So I'll ask one more time. Will they ever, like after this situation, will they ever? Well, spirit is usually like, we don't wait for people, just so that you know. But spirit saying, you're probably not going to really ever really want to be with this person because they are so changed after this karmic connection that they're going to be cold, unemotional, just calculating, someone that's very controlling due to the fact that who they were around. Like again, that they're going to need a lot of healing. And if you get into a relationship with them, it's like they're just going to bring, like, just treat this relationship almost like you're going to have to pay for whatever the previous person did to them. And even if this person deserved it, they're not going to see it as they deserved it. It's like they're broken. They're, they trusted that person. That person took them for a ride. That person betrayed them. That person like deliberately didn't just betray them and ruin their life to the point that they're like just can't even think about getting into another connection, but they portrayed them like as in knowing that whatever they had with you, that they made sure that that connection was going to be broken, because it's like, well, I can't make you not go there, but I can definitely hold you up. I can definitely create a lot of problems. I can definitely suck all your money from you. It's again, I can definitely manipulate you. I can definitely control, like this person, the person that's connected to you gave that person too way too much power. And that karmic is like I said, is like, this is what it is. And your person's like, I'm finally out of it, but like right now I need to heal. I'm ascending, I'm evolving, I'm learning, I'm healing, I'm growing. And so spirit saying it's not really answering whether they will be or not. So we have to leave it almost like they're not going to do anything right now, but why did you attract this person into your life? What is the reason? And we pull six, and this is again self-sabotage. Well, there we go. Joy, friendship, mm, dance, oppression. One, two, three, four, five, and misunderstood. Well, I feel like this actually happened like from a friend. That again, self-sabotage, going into a connection with someone that you knew was still either emotionally connected to someone or was just got out of a connection with someone, but couldn't give you. So, and so coming in and trying to be their friend, thinking that this person's going to bring joy. But I also feel like the friendship is the betrayal card, self-sabotage. Again, and because again, keeping deliberately giving up your energy, oppressing, like this person's going through it because of whatever had transpired in their relationship. It's again between that them and that karmic. And so again, whatever happened, it wasn't good. So the to the point that the karmic felt like, well, how dare you, is really hurt. Because really hurt people want to destroy other people, and that's what we see here. That karmic was like, oh, you're using me. Okay, I'm gonna throw you out, and you're gonna go live on someone else's couch. You're gonna couch surf. I'm gonna take everything from you. You're gonna be poor. There's gonna be consequences. So your person must stay lazy, thinking that they were gonna be smart, figuring, well, someone's gonna give in. Either you're gonna give in or they're gonna give in. But they also were not coming to you because they were like, I can't offer anything, number one. And number two, it's like, this person like was also, I think, protecting you because they could clearly see the karmic was like, who is that person? Who is that person? Who is that person? I want to know who that person is. And your person's like, I'm not going to tell you who that person is that I have feelings for. It's like, but understand, I believe that your person's like saying, I need to get out of this house first. They might have used you as a catalyst to try to get out of their home, like meaning like the one day we could be together. I'm going to keep that in my imagination. I'm going to keep that in my mind. I don't come to you because I can't deal with hearing any rejection right now. I can't, I don't want to hear the criticism or the rejection, even though you're pulling away from me. It's like, and I do long for you, but it's like, I haven't healed. So I'm like, again, projecting my patterns onto you, like, again, that you would oppress me, where you're like, no, you're oppressing the situation because you want to call it like friendship when it's not really friendship. Like it started as a friendship where this person has feelings for you. It's not going to be friendship. You have feelings for them. It's not going to be friendship. It's going to wind up with one person emotionally getting their needs met and you not getting anything in return because you're feeding this person trying to make them feel better when really they have nothing to offer and they also know you're not going to do that. But that's the only type of connection that they would even really be in. And then it would be like, oh, you misunderstood, where you're always misunderstood, and where spirit's like, you're not misunderstood. People do what's best for them. And this person feels that they need to do what's best for them, which is, I need healing. I'm really messed up after this situation with this karmic person. I don't have a house to live in for some of them. I don't have a car. I don't have a job. I don't have, like, I need to get my life. I can't possibly deal with you right now. I can't. It's like, and if you're gonna act like a friend, well, obviously it would oppress you, because they're not going to give anything when really your life is meant to be lived. You self-sabotage yourself because the person's emotionally not available. And we all know the way that you start a relationship is the way that you teach a person how to treat you in a relationship. It's like forever. You can't all of a sudden change that. People are creatures of habit. So the spirit says you would self-sabotage. So believe it or not, this person not letting you into their life really right now, they were protecting you also because they're like, I can't give you anything. Yes, we have a connection. I feel that connection, but I can't do anything with that right now. It's like, because I can't really go with the flow of life. This is dance, and it's like they really can't, they're still in their survival mind. They're not in the intuitive mind, right? Where they can allow themselves to feel and be transparent and go with no, that's not what their life. So that's why they're like, you need to, like, again, they're mirroring that. If you were to be with this person, they would just hold you back. And spirit's saying you're holding yourself back as long as you stay connected to this person because they need to heal. It's again, they taught you. And a lot of times when we are connected to someone that, oppresses us, is they're teaching us that we're not paying enough attention to ourselves, that we're not caring enough about ourselves. And Spirit says that you need to pay attention to yourself. Because again, when you do that and you love yourself, then you become a magnet for people to treat you as such. You worried about this person just stops you. They're not ready, and even if they were ready later on, if you were there now being their mommy and cleaning it up, well, guess what? They wouldn't want you later. Spirit says if it's meant to be, it'll work out. Right now, they just can't even think about it to the point that it's not even coming up in the cards. Like they're just like gonna deal with their healing right now, which is actually the right thing to do. Um, Especially if this person has been going from relationship to relationship and never healed. It's important. And so Spirit says, and you also need to not sell yourself short because that's how you self-sabotage yourself. You don't need to, like, step down and be anyone's friend. Yeah, again, especially a person that needs to, they're reaping the karma that they gave. Being attached to that person that you, again, have to deal with their karma. And Spirit says that's self-sabotaging to yourself. Don't need to do it. Again, it's more or less that it's time for you to take action. Again, and what it says, your divine action ignites love and harmony. Be aware of your thoughts and driven by positive forces. Listen to your heart, your desires to manifest light, transform tests into growth. That was the test. Challenges into opportunities, and fear into love. And Spirit saying, again, taking the action is, I would say, being more interactive in your life to, find yourself, to, because it says driven by positive thoughts, things that you want to, things that stir up your soul, because it says I listen to my heart, my desire to manifest light. So it's like when you do what you love, when you find the things that you love, it connects you to people that are like-minded. And Spirit says, take the action, learn to see yourself differently. Don't self-sabotage yourself, like, again, by taking like, I'll be your friend, I'll be your backup. No, Spirit's saying it's like you're like, this is like accepting like stepping like accepting like the bronze medal when you can have the gold one. Like, why? Spirit's saying, why are you dumbing down? It's like, this was a karmic test. They're not capable. Are you going to stay there and try and make them like do it, or are you going to say, I choose me? Spirit says, take the action, choose you. Again, throw your energy into yourself. That will transform your spiritual blocks into spiritual gifts. It will help you to see yourself differently. It will help you create a new life, will help you create a new way where there is no way. And Spirit says, and also to grow stronger roots. You're more strong within yourself. It's again, you want to pull weeds of resentment, and so that you can grow. And really, if you grew up or had a friend that like oppressed you, like where you gave to them and was there and you wanted to do it. So they didn't oppress you by them saying, oppressing you, but because they couldn't live, because something had happened to them, you gave up your opportunity. You again gave up something that was yours, or what their karma affected you, where Spirit's saying it's like you would have resentment over time. And then the thought would be, well, I can't have that. When meanwhile, you're self-sabotaging yourself, you're giving it up, is what Spirit's saying. And that comes from not having strong roots within yourself. And that could be, again, I had parents that suppressed it. And then I had a friend that suppressed it. And then now I have this person that's suppressing it. Like nothing, like they put boundaries and rules and limitations due to their situation. And Spirit says, yeah, but you don't need to be with that person. That's again because the foundation isn't strong. So you have to again pull the weeds, get strong roots. It's rooted in yourself, in your relationships. It's again, if the person is emotionally can't be there, it's not going to be strong. It's again, don't take again this person like we saw this before, that they temporary relief. And really, Spirit says it's time to explore the unknown, where they need to explore the unknown. So right now, I thought this was a different deck. This pulled more about why it's taking so long, which is again they have to heal like the resentment. So that right now they're very fragile. In order for any connection with you, they have to have hope, and they have to like it has to be strong. And this person still escapes. It's like because it's almost like their life is too difficult to deal with right now, where really they need to explore the unknown. They you know what I mean? They need to gain the courage. Um, really, for them to be able to be in a relationship with you, they would actually have to put the time and the energy into it. So this was a deck that I meant to pull, which is the fearless deck, which tells us again, why did you go through this situation, which is powerful voice, needing to use your voice to express yourself fearlessly, to speak your courage. So maybe again, you're someone that tends to like just go along with everything. And Spirit saying it's like, no, you have to again set your boundaries, sacred space, tap into yourself. What, like Spirit says, why do you want to settle for less than what you deserve? Like, if you're willing to do that, like Spirit says, and you need to spend time with yourself. You need to figure out what it is that is holding you back, and explore new opportunities to charter into the unknown, to figure out who you are and what you want, instead of trying to live so safe and settling for not enough. The person emotionally can't show up for you. And then one more. Release control, let go of the need to control things and trust in the flow. So I kind of feel like you need to surrender to the process. Don't try and control this connection. A lot of times if we're like in that friendship seat because the person's becoming codependent with us because they're going through a rough time, they're going through a breakup, a loss of a job, a death, whatever it is, but they're still not giving you anything. Where really spirit's saying people tend to go in as like the friend to try to control, to try to, not in a way that's bad per se, but in a way like I'm here for you, I'm here for you. Like it's a little bit, if you're always around, it makes the person feel guilty. It makes the person feel like, obviously they're either going to say, hey, I'm going to take you up on your offer and let you do it all, but they're still not giving to you. So remember, emotionally, they're not going to build a connection to you, and you're going to get resentful for giving them everything and them never giving anything back, and Spirit's saying, but if you're doing it to control, because you're like, well, emotionally, I'm invested, and Spirit's saying, yeah, but that's self-sabotaging because this person isn't strong within themselves. They have a lot of resentment in their roots, meaning that those are old wounds. And our roots means like our family, our ancestors, it's the family that we create. And they don't really deal with it all the time. Temporary relief. It's like they check out. So Spirit's saying it's like that's the issue. It's like as long as they keep checking out, well, it keeps them safe. Where Spirit's saying, yeah, and you staying connected to a person like that, you would think it's keeping you safe, but it's not. It's sabotaging. And it because you're giving up your power. And so it's saying that you're missing something inside of you. And really, where you're not missing anything inside of you, because God says you're perfect the way that you are. So know that you are the light. Always have hope, no matter the ordeal. Spirit says, have faith in a better future. Like, turn darkness into light. Open your heart to others and to God, and know that you are spiritually strong. Draw light to yourself and shine with all your being. So, Spirit says, it's like, know who you are. It's like you're a being of light. Like, envision a better future. Why would you envision, like, I can settle for less? That's really what it is. Oh, I don't know. It's abundant. Oh, sorry about that. It said that you couldn't hear, so I didn't want the sound to go off. So, that's pretty much what it's saying. It's saying that know who you are. And another one is faith. Look, we pull another one which says the same thing pretty much. Like you have to have faith, be confident that you'll achieve your goals, live in the present, and have faith in the future, firmly believe in your values within the universe. Well, it's pretty much the same thing where Spirit's saying it's like, know who you are. That you are me, have faith. It's like, and create a new life. Let go of this energy because this person, I don't think you were ever really supposed to be in their life. They were just supposed to teach you, and they were supposed to teach you that you deserve more, that you don't have to give up your energy anymore. You're volunteering to do that. You don't need to be the fixer to give someone else love. A lot of times we do that because we don't believe that we can have love. We're really Spirit saying, you're doing that and you're abandoning yourself. You're not going to get love. So that's why, in the end of the day, this person, like, if as long as you hold on to them, they're going to be like, I don't really want this because again, the thought of the relationship, they would need to be able to see a relationship completely different. And remember, their previous relationship, the person was very controlling. So you standing there and them still feeling your energy, like would trigger them right now to the fact that they're like, I'm intolerant to it. I just can't right now. All right. So we're going to leave that there, Virgo. I know it was long. You let me know how you resonated. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.